From million-dollar hypercars to the most bizarre contraptions you've ever laid eyes on, we're ranking celebrity rides. First up, Leonardo DiCaprio, the eco-conscious heartthrob, cruises around in battery-powered vehicles, earning him a solid F tier for prioritizing the planet. Then there's Christian Bale. While Batman might have rocked a Lamborghini Murcielago, and he tore up the track in a Ford GT40 and the Ford versus Ferrari flick, in reality, he's a Toyota Tacoma kind of guy. Respectable, reliable, but definitely D tier. Now, Mr. Bean, the legendary Rowan Atkinson, is a true blue gearhead. This man owns everything from a modified Aston Martin race car to a classic BMW Roadster. But his crown jewel? One of only 64 McLaren F1s ever made, purchased back in '97. This beast packs a 620 horsepower punch, weighs about as much as a Miata, and boasts zero stability control, no power steering, and absolutely no driver aids. Mr. Bean, bless his heart, managed to crash this beauty twice. The first incident involved a rear ending, leaving a dented hood in its wake. The second was far more dramatic, a high-speed rendezvous with a tree and a road sign, followed by a fiery inferno. The repair bill? A cool $1 million, making it the biggest car insurance claim in UK history. But, thanks to the magic of automotive appreciation, he sold the F1 in 2015 for a staggering $11 million more than what he originally paid. That, my friends, is a very tasteful collection, deserving of a solid S tier. Then we have Kevin Hart, a vertically challenged comedian with a penchant for oversized automobiles. The standout in his collection? A 1970 Dodge Charger, Hellraiser. This modified muscle car boasts a monstrous 7.0-liter supercharged engine churning out a cool 1,000 horsepower, all wrapped in a lightweight carbon fiber body. The performance company that built it even installed a roll cage for safety, a wise decision, considering Kevin's previous automotive mishap, which totaled his last car. Unlike Mr. Bean, Kevin didn't exactly profit from his vehicular misfortune, landing him a mere A tier. Hey guys, I woke up this morning to find this giant spider on my front doorstep. Check this one out. Holy moly. Next, the LaFerrari. This ultra-rare hypercar is a symphony of power and exclusivity, combining Ferrari's most potent V12 engine with an electric motor to deliver a staggering 950 horsepower. Only 499 of these street-legal race cars were ever made, and recipients were handpicked by the brand itself, the most loyal customers. Want to get on Ferrari's VIP list? You'll need to buy at least 20 of their cars, attend every event, cultivate insider connections, and essentially become a walking, talking Ferrari ambassador. Remember, you don't ride Ferrari, you have to ride with Ferrari. It's no surprise that Gordon Ramsay, the culinary king of expletives, made the cut. Not only does he possess an insane Ferrari collection, ranging from the F12 TDF to the SP2 Monza, but he also has a rock-solid relationship with the brand. I think my career runs parallel to the understanding of the word Ferrari, because it's F********. By the way, the God tier only has room for one person, the individual possessing the absolute best collection on this list. And no, it's not Gordon Ramsay. Enter Pope Francis, who received a Lamborghini Huracan in 2017 as a gift, hand-delivered by the Lamborghini president himself. The Pope, in a moment of divine inspiration, signed the hood and blessed the holy Huracan. However, rather than indulging in heavenly high-speed pursuits, Francis donated his miracle whip to charity and continues to drive an old, humble Renault 4. He actively encourages his followers to drive modestly and focus on helping the less fortunate, reminding them to consider how many children are dying of hunger before splurging on a fancy car. Not enough, yeah? So, as soon as you turn 16, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to let you rock this every time it's a little dusty, but you get 16, you good to go. Ah yes, Justin Bieber. The Biebs received a Diddy-flavored Lamborghini Gallardo as a Sweet 16 gift, and since then, he's amassed a truly unique collection. Take his Batmobile-esque Cadillac CTSV, suicide doors? Check. Completely blacked out? Double check. Apparently, just like Diddy's victims. Justin also acquired a Ferrari 458, which he promptly subjected to some questionable cosmetic modifications. Despite the colorful wrap and wide-body kit, he somehow managed to lose the car for 3 weeks. Leopard print Audi R8.
Check.
A hazardously shiny Fisker Karma?
Got it.
A Rolls-Royce Wraith modified to resemble a concept car? Naturally. Once you reach a certain level of wealth and fame, normal simply won't cut it anymore. This applies to much more than just cars, folks. But, all things considered, Justin's collection isn't quite as egregious as some others on this list, landing him a B tier. In 1999, Jerry Seinfeld dropped $1 million on a building in one of New York City's most exclusive neighborhoods. But this wasn't for living space. This was for his cars. Seinfeld owns some of the rarest Porsches ever created, his most valuable being a 1969 Porsche 917K race car. Its 4.6-liter, 12-cylinder engine produces a measly 515 horsepower. What makes it so special? The car is incredibly lightweight, leading to violent 0 to 60 acceleration in just 2.7 seconds. It's the world's fastest can. Seinfeld's model is the same one used by Steve McQueen in the film Le Mans, which helps push its valuation to over $20 million. Fun fact, this car is actually about to go up for auction, so get your wallets ready. Travis Scott, meanwhile, boasts a $1.6 million open-top Maybach, a 1,500 horsepower Bugatti Chiron, and an ultra-exclusive LaFerrari Aperta. But for Travis, simply owning a nice car isn't enough. He likes to customize them, often with controversial results. One of his creations? A Lamborghini Huracan sporting a camouflage wrap. This ostensibly helps him evade traffic laws while driving on the wrong side of the road. He also sent a Lamborghini Aventador to West Coast Customs for a chocolate dip, which looked so delicious that he started doing ad-libs. But his life, I cannot change. However, Travis found himself in hot water when he purchased a pristine BMW E30 M3 for a cool $250,000 and modified it to look like a rally car. To many BMW purists, Travis Scott doing what he wanted with a car he paid for was akin to blasphemy. Travis Scott decides that it's a good idea to build the car the way that you would build the rally car by drilling a light bar into the hood, painting it basically desecration of a historical artifact relative to the BMW community. It's a decent A tier. In the late 70s, Jackie Chan entered a business partnership with Mitsubishi, guaranteeing exclusive placement of their cars in all of his films. In 2005, they teamed up to produce a Mitsubishi Evo 9 Jackie Chan edition. Only 50 of these special models were made, with one going to Mr. Chan himself. The Mitsubishi Evo was known for embarrassing Lamborghinis on the racetrack, quickly becoming a classic enthusiast car. Still, none of Jackie Chan's death-defying stunts can compare to Mitsubishi's stunt when they decided to drive the brand off a cliff. The Jackie Chan car gets a B tier. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson experiences some challenges with cars. While filming a scene for the movie Red Notice, The Rock realized that he simply didn't fit inside the set's Porsche Taycan, forcing a complete rearrangement of the shot. During a premiere event, he pulled up in a Pagani Huayra, which reportedly took him 16.8 seconds to exit. The Rock genuinely appreciates the LaFerrari but laments his inability to physically drive one. Thanks to genetic determinism, The Rock drives Ford pickup trucks. He recently acquired a Ford Raptor R priced in the mid-100,000s, which is likely insignificant, given his multi-million-dollar deal as a Ford spokesperson. Being too buff to fit in a Pagani Huayra sounds like a tough life. Ex-President Ronald Reagan drove a car he had to keep secret. In the 1980s, American automotive manufacturers found themselves under siege. Japanese companies like Toyota and Honda began flooding the market with more reliable, efficient, and affordable cars. The U.S. responded to this foreign threat in the same way it responded to the COVID-19 epidemic, government policies, and beating up Asians. Disgruntled U.S. auto workers began taking their grievances out on Japanese cars and Japanese-looking Americans. Therefore, the President of the United States concealed the fact that he drove a Japanese-made Subaru Brat. This is a D-tier car with S-tier lore, landing it in B-tier. Pull up that video of a Joe Rogan sick fish bro. Let's F asterisk 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 ing go. Joe Rogan appreciates the performance of modern cars and the styling of vintage ones. With infinite money, you can have both. Joe's 1970 Plymouth Barracuda has been fully upgraded with all new internals and a 750 horsepower Mercury racing engine. He also owns a Gunther Works Porsche 993, an older 911 model that received an expensive reboot. He has other cool resto mods too. It's a crazy collection, but definitely not God tier. F1 legend Lewis Hamilton claims he despises sitting in a car for more than a couple of hours. If he loses interest while driving one of his toys, he calls a tow truck to take it back to his garage. Inside that garage, you'll find a McLaren P1, 2 LaFerraris, and a Shelby Cobra. But his coolest car? His Lewis Hamilton Edition Pagani Zonda 760. The $2 million beast features a 760 horsepower V12 mated to a 6-speed manual transmission. And Lewis Hamilton hates it. The Zonda is terrible to drive. It's the best-sounding car I own, but handling-wise, it's the worst. That might explain why he crashed it in 2015 and sold it a few years later to a new owner who also crashed it. This is a strong A tier. Ford has a beef with John Cena. In 2017, Ford released a new generation of their legendary GT supercar. Due to limited production, prospective buyers had to apply and be handpicked by Ford. One of the lucky few selected to buy the $450,000 car was WWE legend John Cena. However, there was a catch. Every buyer had to sign a contract mandating they keep the car for at least 2 years. So, when John Cena sold his for $1 million profit after only 1 month, Ford said, "I'll see you in court." Cena agreed to pay Ford an unspecified amount, which went to charity. As for his current collection, he has many ridiculous cars, but his daily driver is surprisingly reasonable. My daily driver is a, Civic Type R. Shut up. The Type R is a wise choice. Elvis Presley bought a $2,500 pre-owned De Tomaso Pantera in 1974. The $10,000 mid-engine sports car competed with $20,000 Ferraris in terms of performance, but it struggled with reliability. One night, after a heated argument with his girlfriend, Elvis hopped in his Pantera, hoping to blow off steam. When the car didn't start, he pulled out a gun and shot it. Bullet holes add character. Many tall tales surround Cristiano Ronaldo's car collection. When the one-of-a-kind Bugatti La Voiture Noire sold for $18 million, news headlines declared Ronaldo the buyer, a claim that proved false. When a Lamborghini Aventador went airborne in London, people claimed Ronaldo was behind the crash, but it wasn't him or his car. When an ultra-rare 1957 Ferrari 335S sold at auction for $35 million, news headlines claimed Ronaldo attempted to buy the car, but was outbid by Messi. Messi debunked this rumor with an Instagram post. Although much of the folklore surrounding Ronaldo's car collection is false, his real collection, valued at over $20 million, is still impressive. He owns some of the rarest Ferraris, McLarens, and G-Wagons. But his $9 million, one of 10 Bugatti Centodieci, is his most legendary. Ronaldo's mythical collection deserves S tier. Paul Walker disliked flashy cars. According to his friend, if a car was too fancy, he was embarrassed. He mostly drove a pickup truck, but for special occasions, he kept a few treasures in his garage. He owned some American performance vehicles, including the ultra-rare Celine S7, a car with so much downforce it could theoretically be driven upside down. He had a fleet of E36 M3 lightweights, believing the special edition cars would increase in value, which they did. However, Paul's legacy is most embodied in his Nissan Skyline R34 GTR. The R34 is the holy grail of Japanese car culture, with a powerful twin-turbo inline-six and telepathic handling. Never officially sold in the US, it was already alluring, but its use in The Fast and the Furious movies elevated it to legendary status. Paul's R34 sold in 2023 for $1.3 million. Solid S tier. Lil Uzi Vert buys expensive cars and covers them with anime characters.
D tier.
Jamie Foxx drives a tank. It seems pretty inconvenient.
C tier.
After getting Thanos snapped in 2019, Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man days were over, and he began focusing on protecting the environment. He invested in eco-friendly companies, changed his diet, and started a rescue farm. However, he couldn't escape the guilt of owning his gas-guzzling car collection. To atone for his environmental sins, he converted 6 of his classic cars to be more eco-friendly through electric conversions, biofuel, and engine swaps. He gave away all 6 cars in a sweepstakes, and the proceeds were donated to environmentally friendly charities. Laudable and generous. Ellen DeGeneres has a fleet of Porsches and likes to drive them fast. Luckily for her, she's too famous to get speeding tickets. Literally, they will walk up to the car and go, "Oh my God, Ellen, I love you." And then, I get a selfie and oh, awesome. The rich get richer. At 7 feet 1 inch and 325 pounds, Shaquille O'Neal doesn't fit in normal cars. His Ferrari 355, Dodge Challenger, and Mercedes S550 all had their roofs permanently removed to accommodate his head. Most of his cars were extended for more legroom, like his Lamborghini Gallardo and Vanderhall Venice Roadster. Some of his cars fit him perfectly, like his armored Dodge Ram. But Shaq's most legendary car is something more fun-sized. No way that your car? How do you drive? Look at that. I got to go, man. Bye. The smart car gets him an A tier. The undefeated champion Floyd Mayweather spends his money as he sees fit. 2 of his coolest cars are no longer in his collection. Floyd bought one of 2 Koenigsegg CCXR Trevitas. The fully hand-built, 1,000-horsepower hypercar had a sparkling carbon fiber body that looked like it was covered in diamonds. Floyd sold it for $2.6 million, less than what he paid. He also bought a $3.2 million Ferrari Enzo, named after Ferrari's founder. It had a Japanese-designed body, lightweight materials, F1 technology, and a naturally aspirated V12, making it an iconic car. Floyd sold it in less than a year. I think Floyd's more of a money enthusiast than a car enthusiast. He still has a ridiculous collection, but it's far from God tier. This is my first time driving stick, do it. I actually like it. It's fun. 2000s pop culture icon Paris Hilton has a car collection that screams Los Angeles. Her Mercedes SLR McLaren is known for its involvement in historic paparazzi shoots. Her Lexus LFA was a birthday present from her rich ex-boyfriend. Her butterfly door BMW i8 features a custom wrap inspired by her Burning Man outfits. But none of these cars are her most iconic. In 2008, she bought a $200,000 Bentley Continental and took it to West Coast Customs to get it murdered out. The all-pink atrocity became known as the Barbie Bentley. S tier. 2-time sexiest man alive, winner George Clooney drives an 800-horsepower supercar, slaying 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. The Tango T600 is an ultra-compact commuter car powered by 2 electric motors. Built like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the Tango is just as stable as a Porsche thanks to its low center of gravity. Its roll cage meets race car regulations, making it safe from a 200 miles per hour collision. However, with a $120,000 price tag, the revolutionary car never gained traction. Even the sexiest man alive couldn't make this car look cool. After buying a Ferrari 458, EDM producer deadmau5 decided to wrap it in a colorful livery inspired by the Nyan Cat meme, calling it the Ferrari. Everyone loved the funny meme car, except Ferrari. Ferrari had a mental breakdown and sent deadmau5 a cease and desist, forcing him to revert the car to stock. deadmau5 then bought a Lamborghini Huracan that he turned into the Nyamborghini Huracan and so far hasn't gotten sued. This was a legendary PR move by Ferrari, earning an A tier for cultural impact. Will 1. Founder of the recession-proof pop group Black Eyed Peas, likes to buy normal cars and send them to West Coast Customs for tasteful modifications. This particular creation began as a 1958 Volkswagen Beetle. It underwent 4 years of modifications, costing $900,000, and was intended to inspire kids to study science. What's up, guys? I kinda bought a sports car in 2017 as a YouTube check started rolling in. mrbeast decided to buy a $100,000 BMW i8. Geez, look at that. Have you ever seen a better looking car? Unfortunately for Jimmy, he was living in a $300 a month duplex. Parking a supercar in front of a trap house only ends one way. Today we're going to rob this house. Here's a rock. Chandler, smash that window. I bought that car, and then someone robbed my house and stole everything I owned, 'cause they were like, oh, this car's worth more than that house. Let's rob the ing house. After getting robbed, stalked, and arrested for street racing, mrbeast got rid of his i8 for a Tesla. He now puts all his effort into his business, rather than the hamster wheel of materialism. I think mrbeast should have bought a Lambo. He still would have gotten arrested, but at least he would have won the street race. It's a high C tier. If you look closely at the cover art of Tyler, the creator's second-best album, you'll see a McLaren 650S. The 650 horsepower supercar was one of Tyler's favorites until he crashed it and bought a Tesla. He then crashed the Tesla and bought a McLaren, this time a more track-focused 675 LT. But his garage contains more unusual cars. Lancia Delta Integrale Evos 1 and 2, an E30 M3, and a Fiat 131, all 80s European rally cars with cult followings for their boxy, lightweight designs, competitive history, and raw driving experiences. He's got a LaFerrari now, too. Easy S tier. Fashion designer Ralph Lauren owns the most expensive car collection in America. He has 3 McLaren F1s, one of which is an LM edition. McLaren produced only 5 of these special models, which many collectors expect to become the most expensive cars ever. Ralph's Mercedes SSK, a 1930 Batmobile, is worth around $4 million. He bought his Ferrari 250 Testarossa for $300,000 in the 1980s, and it's now worth more than its weight in gold. Ralph's rarest car is his 1938 Bugatti Type 57 SC. The supercharged straight-eight engine classic is widely regarded as the most beautiful car ever made, with only 4 ever produced. 1 disappeared, 1 was hit by a train, 1 is in a museum, and the last is owned by Ralph, making it a 9-figure car. What's up, everybody? You're chilling with me, Aubrey Graham. This is my baby, I guess. It's a 2004 Acura TSX. It's a nice first car, I feel like, as opposed to a Mercedes or BMW. I think that's pretentious, personally. But hey, if you have the money to buy it, then feel free. Aubrey Drake Graham used to drive a 1998 Chevy Malibu before upgrading to a 2004 Acura TSX. A few years later, he was the biggest artist in the world, and all the cars he ever wanted spawned into his possession. A 1 of 12 Bugatti Veyron Sang Noir, a Maybach Pullman limousine, a custom Rolls-Royce Phantom, a LaFerrari. But there's only so fast you can drive supercars surrounded by a Secret Service-level security entourage. What are you doing, you know? I'm stuck in the time. Drake's traffic-cutting presidential blockade seems pretentious. But if you have the money to buy it, feel free.